Kasamahang kawani at mga bisitang nanonood. Good morning.
Morning.
Of course, I would like to recognize also the Manila Police District who are here with us, and the Bureau of Fire and Bureau of Jail. Alam nyo, si Barbie Atienza, just so you know, our host is the direct descendant of former mayor and member of the ISKO, Mayor Hermenildo Atienza. His name is written there. You can see in that word. That is grandfather. Palakpakan natin si Barbie Atienza bilang host natin. At the very least, we can honor his grandfather. And DJ Bagaching here, councilor, his grandfather is also a survivor and member of USAPE and guerrilla at the time, a survivor of Bataan Death March, former Mayor Ramon Bagaching. Ayan po siya. Nakalamang ka na naman But today, we set aside political indifferences. It doesn't matter anymore today. Because today, what is important is our show of gratitude. That is a Filipino culture and tradition and custom. We are known to the world na tayo ay mahilig tumanaw sa utang na loob. Today, February 3, 2020, marks the 75th anniversary of that epic battle between the defenders of freedom and democracy and the then acknowledged perpetrators. 75 years had passed, and a lot had changed comparing them with the present. The ruins are no longer visible, and the scars have been almost perfectly healed. But the lesson that this historic event is still very clear, and that is for our love of our country to continue to exist regardless of what situation are we in. The war then brought us so much hunger and food. But at present, does hunger still exist? I answer the affirmative. Filipinos at present are hungry for good governance. We are hungry for changes that would bring this country to its ultimate progress. We are hungry for new breed of leaders that would uplift the standards of leadership that Filipinos deserve. And we, in the city of Manila, our colleague, mandated by people, is accepting this challenge. We have brought simple change, elementary of governance, into different level on how local government units should act, prepare, plan, and envision his particular jurisdiction, in his particular jurisdiction. The war then also resulted to loss of confidence of our people to the government, with the massive destruction and loss of lives. The government then was nowhere to be found. How about today? Though we are not saying that the people have lost their trust to the state, but not all Filipinos does. The government needs to work more harder and let the people feel that they could respond to whatever needs they may have. The city of Manila is doing its very best to gain back the trust and confidence of the people of Manila. Confidence that slowly was lost because of inefficiency, inadequacy, and neglect to the ever-changing needs of the citizens. At present, we are very optimistic as we gradually gaining back the faith not only of Manileños but citizens from all over the country, as demonstrated by numerous donations coming from individuals and various sectors of society. It's first time in history, in passing, if I may share it with you, I have never experienced in my entire 21 years of public service that people starting to donate their hard-earned money all over the world, coming from all over the world, immigrants, OFWs, ordinary Filipinos, first time. And I think a lot of my colleagues will agree with this claim. So, kaya kailangan lalo tayo mag-igi, mga kasamahan kong halal ng bayan, umaasa sa atin ang ating mamamayan. The battle for Manila may have carried us to a point of despair as to the physical damages that the said armed conflict produced, making the city as the second most devastated in the world next to Warsaw, Poland. But when you bring people to the wars, there is no more way but to go up. From the ravages of war, this city rose up, showed the whole world what resiliency means. At one point, we were among the best cities in Asia. Noong panahon ni Crucial Ang, nung binata pa siya. That was in the 60s, the heyday of Manila. And was the benchmark of good governance among governments in this part of the continent. This is the utmost challenge that our administration wants to achieve. But for us to reach the pinnacle of success, it is just but right for us to look back at the past. For this occurrence in history be our motivation. It is therefore true that at times we should learn bitter lessons for us to move forward and be better individuals. This commemoration of the Battle of Manila, which liberated Manila 75 years ago, is not meant to recall that atrocious armed conflict, but for us to be reminded of how important and valuable love of country and patriotism. That at present day, we need not to sacrifice our lives and shed blood to display nationalism. What we need at present are modern day heroes, individuals who are willing to relinquish personal whims and caprices for the sake of the country. Individuals who are willing to show support and be active players of the society rather than publicly talk about devotion to motherland and yet doing nothing about it. We Manileños are tired of flabbergasting and wolves in sheets clothing politicians. We yearn for public office and yet not being true to what they have sworn to. Ladies and gentlemen, present here today, all of you, let us take advantage of the opportunity that we have. The war may be over, but we still have battle to overcome. Let us all join hands to make this city and make this country shine once again. And I promise you my commitment to the duties and responsibilities you placed me on my shoulder as you made me the mayor of the capital of the city, the capital of the country. And I beg you, please help me. I cannot do it alone or on my own. No matter how brilliant the plans I may have for us, this would only come to fruition if all of you would support me. And victory, no matter how hard it is to achieve, would be the sweetest when shared with you, whom I consider as partners in our fervent desire to reclaim the glory and pride of this city, our city.
So yun po, you guys saw yung pong speech ni Yorme ISKO para po to celebrate the Battle of Manila 75th anniversary. Wow, 75 years na. And that's part 1. I will post part 2 later. So talaga nakakatuwa po yung devotion po ni Yorme para po i-honor yung pong mga nauna po sa atin, yung pong ating mga bayani, yung pong mga magagaling na Pilipino na nagbuwis ng kanilang buhay at binigay po ang kanilang lahat-lahat para po sa matamasama po natin yung pong kalayaan na meron po tayo ngayon. So let's not take that for granted. Importante po yan. Kaya po niya sinasite yung pong mga apo nitong mga bayani na to, like sila Consel Bagaching, sila Barbie Atienza, para po ipakita na hindi po ito mga gawa-gawa. Ito po ay mga totoong tao na nakipaglaban po para po sa bansang Pilipinas. So saludo po kami sa inyo, mga bayaning Pilipino sa Battle of Manila. Hindi po namin kakalimutan ang inyong mga ginawa para po sa ating bayan, and mabuhay po kayo. Okay guys, see you po sa next video po natin. Pilipinas, God first.